I am not just a hair vlogger. I am a multi-dimensional person, a multi-dimensional artist, okay? And not all of them belong on the internet. Raven, can you stop? Yes, I'm talking to you. Come here. Come here. There she is. Hey Wonderfros, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Ev, and today is a Chit Chat Get Ready with me. You guys know these are my stripped down, let's just talk it out type of videos, okay? You never know what you're gonna get. Maybe some advice, maybe I'm venting, maybe I'm talking about social issues, but I will apologize for the lighting. Today is partly cloudy and it's been going in and out, so that's just the situation. But yeah, I got my tea here, got some bamboo tea that I'm drinking, and I'm gonna just be talking, okay? Because there's just some stuff on my heart that I wanted to share with you all, like usual. But I don't even know what makeup look I'm trying to go for today. I'm gonna make it all up. So if you like this type of video, don't forget to thumbs it up and subscribe down below to my world for more videos like this and lots of natural hair content. So today, I'm gonna be talking about the original dream, right? I don't even know officially what I'm about to title this video, but I lately have been feeling the fact that I am a multi-dimensional artist. I'm a multi-dimensional person, and I don't know, I think sometimes when you get into spaces, well actually when you create spaces for yourself, you can tend to focus on one aspect of who you are and what you're doing and then neglect the others. And for that, it's kind of like this, I don't know, like I'm alive over here, but then I'm like numb over there because I can't always distribute my attention and my energy and my efforts where I want them to be all the time. And so it kind of just gets to me sometimes that certain parts of my life are flourishing, okay, which is all good, but other parts of my life are dying out, and it's like, no, it's all bad because I don't just want to be one thing. I want to be completely who I am, not just partially who I am. And especially because this is a channel and this is, you know, me channeling myself into your world, your corner of the YouTube universe, from my corner to yours. It's kind of like I'm not just hair, I'm not just beauty, I'm not just this, I'm many other things. And I'm gonna tell you what set it off. I saw a post. Who was it? Was it Jujubee? Well, her name is Juliana Palencia, but it was her and I think it was Bree Hall. And they, like, things I never knew about them before, that Bree Hall is a singer and she like does music, and that Juliana plays the violin. And it was like, oh my God, that's so cool. Like there's so many other aspects to people that we watch all the time that we don't know about. And I was thinking, like, how much don't people know about me? And if you've been following my channel for the longest, you know I sing, I like to sing, and that was my original dream. Like if you ask anybody, I could not fathom a life where I wasn't singing, like was not singing. And that's always what I've wanted to do. I think sometimes though, like you get sidetracked in life and you have to do what makes money over what fulfills your soul. And that's always the artist, classic artist disclaimer, but struggle, classic starving artist struggle is that things that make money or things that make money quickly and your craft, whatever you want to develop within you, they don't always add up. And so you got bills and you got life and you got loans and you got a whole bunch of other things that you're doing to try and make money, and then you neglect the other dimension of you that doesn't necessarily make money but does make you within yourself and your soul happy. I've been at the crossroads for a long time. You guys know I was pursuing a music career for a while, and anytime I ever see other multidimensional artists like pop out with whatever their other talents are, it just inspires me to be more dimensional because, like I said, I'm not just natural hair, I'm not just beauty, I'm not just one thing. But it's so hard to be other things, because I think sometimes social media will pigeonhole you into however you present yourself at the time. And I've seen other artists do this, literally, like, will come up on the YouTube thing, promote, do whatever they got to do, and then come out with an album. It was like, that was it. That part. The album is what they were always after. They wasn't after everything else. And I think, you know, the come up for different people can be different things, and it might take a longer time for a certain demographic. But I'm using this as well. But I definitely think you should never neglect the original dream. It's funny because I think God gives you your gifts and talents. Okay, you can't give the gifts and talents to yourself. You either have it or you don't. And while I think you can do things to hone in on your craft and sharpen it, either find mentors and people that are willing to invest in you as an artist, whatever your thing is. I also don't think that if you're not naturally a piano player, or if you don't have that gift within you, no one else can put it in you. And you can't give yourself dreams. I think it's the same way. Like, you can't give yourself a gift, you can't give yourself a dream. Like, it's already within you, and you either have to develop it, sharpen it, do whatever you got to do to pronounce it more within yourself and within your life. But you can't, you know, make something or make someone something they're not. It don't work like that, sis. And, you know, sometimes I'ma just admit I'll be getting jealous, because it's like, I'm 29 years old, you know, like, not that I've been chasing dreams and not that I haven't been doing other things, but at some point I feel like I should be a more accomplished artist by now. And obviously, you guys know I have my disability, and it's a whole nother component to my life that I have to deal with that I'm sure other people don't have to deal with. But everybody's got one of those extra components to their lives that, like, no one else has. You know what I mean? Ooh. This is not offering me a ton of coverage because I didn't put as much on as I normally do, but I kind of like it. I like that it's shearing out, but I think I wanted to cover my hyperpigmentation. I'm gonna put on some more. But sometimes I get jealous because it's like, what am I doing with my life? I'm almost 30 years old. And you got 5-year-olds with Instagram accounts out here with more followers than me, living the dream, living their best life, you know? Not that I would compare myself to a 5-year-old, and not even that, like, numbers translate to success, because they don't, okay? I think I get stuck. I feel like I'm stuck, especially financially with loans and everything from college. You don't always have the freedom to pursue what you want to pursue. And then the starving artist struggle just becomes the struggle, because I personally am in debt. I can't speak for everyone else, but I have college loan debt, and it's just so stifling. But outside of that, I also have my disability, which is even more stifling. And outside of that, it's like, there's always going to be something. I think you should develop the gift and the craft within you, like, regardless. Don't ever completely let it go. But it's hard. The older you get, the harder it gets. And I think I always like to see people succeed younger, because I know maybe they don't have as much responsibility on them. And for that reason, like, do you need the college? Okay, I'm gonna just let that one go for now. That's a different talk. That's a different talk. Do you need the college? Do you need the education that, like, weighs you down? I think if you're headed in a corporate direction, yeah, sure. But if you're an artist, a lot of times, like, artists are dropouts. You realize very quickly, sister girl, brother man, that this ain't it. And when you finally do develop whatever the gift is, whatever the craft is within you, it's beautiful. And most people don't have just one craft, okay? They don't have just one thing that they do. They have lots of things. And I think finding an appropriate time or space to be those things can be challenging. But I'm gonna try it, you know, pick it back up and try it. Like I said, never let go of what your original dream. I think everyone has one, but also if you're a multi-dimensional artist, be that, be exactly that. Don't be pigeonholed Don't be stuck in a space where you can't be or you can't develop all those other gifts within you or all those other talents, because life is too short for you to be out here regretting, wishing, thinking, oh, maybe I should have, maybe I could have. No. Just go do it. Just go do it. I would rather have an I tried than a I regret, you know? That's how I think about it. What was you guys' original dreams? I'm gonna let this dry down a little bit, but what was one of your original dreams? Mine was singing, like, period. And I still want to sing, and I still would love to come out with an album. And moving forward, I think hopefully I get more plugged into the music network down here. I would want to do acoustic covers on my channel because, like, that's who I am. That's one of my dimensions, and I don't like to watch it fade away because I'm so focused on developing my channel with hair and beauty and everything else, and just trying to get stuff straight so that financially things are stable for me. But it's hard, man. It's the hustle of a lifetime. I sometimes wish that I had parents that were entrepreneurs. Like, there are a lot of self-help books. There's a lot of people that had none of that from the beginning. But I think a lot of times the setup that you give your children goes so much farther if they end up doing what, you know, the parents do. Because sometimes, like, your parents could be extremely successful people, but, like, they're very corporate, they're very type A, and you're very not. And so now you still have to carve out your own path in the world, and all of it's beautiful. Okay, everyone's on their own path. Everything takes time to develop. I think you need to allow yourself the patience and time to become who you are. But I also think starting off young, that's a good thing. That's a good thing, because life will get thrown at you fast post 18. And honestly, maybe before 18, I didn't have that type of life. Maybe you did, but don't let go. Don't let all of the stuff that life throws at you make you let go of whatever your original thing was, because I think that's really sad. And sometimes in life, it requires you letting go and letting God. Sometimes it requires you pushing forward and figuring it out. And sometimes, you know, you just have to figure out your timeline and what God is trying to bring out of you, what God is trying to develop within you. But as artists, I think it's easy to feel stuck. And to be honest, I think most people are artists. You can be artists with different things, but I know more people that are probably more creative than not. Most people have some creative streak within them. And it's a shame that the world works a certain type of way, like I said, to either pigeonhole you or make you stuck or weigh you down or make you feel like you don't have the options or you're blocked out or whatever it is. But if God put the gift within you, I think he'll also send you provision to continue to do what it is that you want to do, or do what it is that you're meant to do, because there's a difference. I can want to go to the moon. I can tell you right now, that gift is not within me. It looks cool, but I would never actually like step out and do all of that. I just wouldn't. I'm not the one. And that's a big part of it too. Like, how bad do you want it? It's not that you're not talented. It's not that you don't want those things. But if another person wants it on 10 and you only want it on 2, guess who's gonna hustle for it and get the opportunities and go hunt things down to try and make it happen? I think you gotta give God something to bless, you know? And on the journey, he develops you. But the very fact that you want it at all, I think, is a good indicator of where you should be headed artistically. Or just, you know, doing things that feed your soul. I think being multidimensional is hard. Like I said, you end up watching certain pieces of you fade. And not everything is meant to live forever. But if it wasn't something you gave yourself, this is MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, I think you owe it to yourself to look and try and find out how far you can go with it, you know? This is Benefit Cosmetics, Precisely My Brow. I lost my train of thought. I forget what I was saying, but I think you owe it to yourself to find out. Ooh, okay. Do y'all see my eyebrow? How it like curls up at the end? Hate that. Hate that, hate that so freaking much. I gotta cut this thing off. Well, it's not completely cut off, but it's better. But I think you owe it to yourself to find out what's within you and don't just stay in one dimension, because I think multidimensional people are beautiful, and learning how many dimensions you have is just part of developing who you are in life. What you like, what you don't like. I mean, you only get one life, okay? Just one. So make it count. And I know some people change their dreams, you know, they like adjust it to whatever they want, but it doesn't always have to be a change. You don't always have to make changes. You can if you want to, but you don't always have to make changes. Having one dream or having multiple dreams, like, that is still part of who you are and what you want out of life. My e.l.f. chunky kohl eyeliner. You decide how much you want it or don't want it, and what you will and won't tolerate. Because, you know, from the outside looking in, dreams can look a certain way, but they might not actually be that way when you get in there. And like I said, if you want to shift your focus and have a different dream, by all means do that too, but try. Or at least find something that fulfills your soul, so that you're not, so that you don't become a one-dimensional person. Because I think that is sad. You don't need to be that. You don't need to be that. Nobody needs to be a one-dimensional person. That would make you a robot. And if I wanted a robot, I'd go and get a robot. But what do people get when they get you? Like, how many dimensions? How much depth do you have? Matchstick espresso. I think it's important to expose yourself to things so that you can explore what's within you, so you don't stay one-dimensional or you don't stay stuck. I think this was too much contour, girl, but whatever, we here now. At the time on camera, it still looks fine because it's camera. In real life, people will be looking like, girl, no, stop. No, you can't get away with it. Got my Fenty bronzer and my Fenty brush. I got my MAC Beaming Blush Highlight. I haven't used this in a while, girl. We love her though. Oh yes. Oh, I forgot how much I love this one. I got my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I think they just came out with a new one called Damn Girl, but I don't know. I'm pretty biased. This one's bae. Can't cheat on bae. I guess what I'm ultimately trying to say, or make sure that I get across, is to not stay one-dimensional. If you are an artist, if you are a creative person, don't just stay developing only part of you. Piece by piece, bit by bit. For the rest of your life, commit to finding out the rest of you. Commit to finding out who you are and how many dimensions you have and what makes you happy. If there's anything that you can do to develop those things, because they're all part of you. And I think watching, at least for me, the music part die down has been sad, but I can always pick it back up. Okay. Singing makes me happy, and I might not ever be a professional recording artist, but it will be good for my soul. If I started posting covers on a regular basis, would y'all watch? Are you interested in that dimension? You let me know. I already know my voice is not gonna be for everybody, but would you watch that dimension of me? Okay, I think I would post it regardless because I like that dimension of me. Okay, this is Minted Cosmetics. Minted number 5. Having to define yourself might be more of a problem. Just getting out there, you know, just try it, see what happens, sis. See what happened, bro. See what happens when you go and try and feed your soul. If you want to throw a business plan and start making money on top of it in a marketing scheme, that's a whole nother video, okay? That's a whole nother video. But for today, go explore one of your other dimensions. Don't let them die down. I think maybe I might watch this video back and talk to the future me in case I ever get in this vibe again. All right, final look. This is what I'm looking like. This is how I'm feeling. This is a classic Ebony look. Very classic, not too crazy, nothing crazy. I'm about to go record another video, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Remember to let your spirit, soul, and hair stay lifted like an afro puff, and subscribe down below to my world so you don't miss any more videos from me. And if you do, then I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.